everyone, time for more cross-country flight. I promise you City Skylines will be coming back soon. I promise you guys, it will be back soon. But for now, let's enjoy more cross-country flight. So if you remember, if I didn't tell you, I have attempted to like leave Huntersville and head through Charlotte like 5 or 6 times and it didn't work. And we're gonna do it, and I'm gonna solve a problem right before we start flying. But first, we better select our flight plan for the day so that we know where we're flying. We're flying from Huntersville, North Carolina to Anderson, South Carolina today. Anderson, South Carolina is right on the border of Georgia. And next episode, we'll be going through Georgia. I mean, we'll be heading and ending our episode in Atlanta. But first, we have to tackle Huntersville to Anderson. See, this is South Carolina. You can't see it clearly. This is Georgia. This is Kentucky, I believe. I'm not sure. That's West Virginia for sure. No, that's not West Virginia. I don't know. Let's stop worrying about that. Okay, so we'll set the altitude to 1,200 feet, and watch this. It's gonna say that I've already attempted making this. Yep, I want to move it there. Let's see. So then we're gonna tackle the weather. We're tackling the weather. We're gonna make it another clear day. Oh, also, guys, I did make a mistake back there, but I'll fix it, don't worry. I'll show you. You don't need to worry right now, because right now we're fixing the wind situation and setting the temperature. We'll put it at 65? I'm not sure. Nah, not 65. Let's go for, well, it's gonna be night, so we might as well make it like 60, I'm not sure. And in Georgia, no, South Carolina, we'll make it, but by then the sun's gonna be rising, so let's shoot for a nice 64. Yeah, let's do 64. I always change my mind a lot. You'll notice that. You've probably already noticed it. We'll go for 327, which is good, winds are good, this is good. Click OK, and we made a mistake. We don't want to be flying on Monday, August 14th. We started this series, and the date was set. But we're going to change it to the 15th, because that's the next day. And then we're going to go into settings, and we're going to turn down the settings. If this worked when I was taking a non-recorded flight, and file name, well, it doesn't matter. We'll just type in random gibberish in there. I've already turned the volume down, so that's good. Everything looks good. I've turned down some of the graphical settings so that the game doesn't crash, and I hope that that's gonna work. Okay, so now the game's loading. Okay, so let's make sure that the throttle's not like full power when we take off. Yeesh, that's not gonna be fun. So, yeah, so Huntersville, we'll be flying through Charlotte. We'll be headed past Gastonia, Kings Mountain, Boiling Springs, Spartansburg, Greenville, and we'll be passing over Hartwell Lake. We might not go past Hartwell Lake into our approach into Anderson Regional Airport in South Carolina. Alright, so I got my joystick ready, and we're gonna get flying, and we're gonna probably see the sunrise. I'm not sure. By the time we get there, it's probably gonna be like 6 o'clock game time. You know, my idea of flying isn't like flying through the night. It's more like flying until like 9 p.m. and then setting the game time to 5 a.m. and continuing from there. And I'm sure that these pilots have had a rough morning getting ready for continuing the flight. I'm joking. I'm making like stories about the fake pilots. The pilot's me, obviously. So I am praying that I don't have to do something else for today. If you're watching this, I know that you know that you're watching this, but whatever. Anyway, so I've already turned down the volume, so you guys can hear me, right? I'm sure you can. Anyway, so let's head inside, put on the GPS, and I'll show you. So it says that much, but we're going to be headed south and then west, so doesn't matter. We'll be headed into the heart of Charlotte. Now, let's turn on all our lights. Landing lights doesn't matter, even though you don't land in taxi, but we're doing that anyway. Flaps we don't need to worry about. Panel lights, it's dark, so we're gonna need to turn that on. And IFR panel we don't need. Everything seems to be good. Everyone seems to be flying well. Alrighty. It's time to begin takeoff roll. Let's go into external camera. You can see there's a pretty good moon out. Like, it's not too dark. Let me just pause the game before we rotate. Let's see. South is this way, so we're gonna have to bank right upon takeoff. Because we are moving in a... Because currently we are moving in a easterly direction. We're on runway 06. And now we're going to start taking off. Alright, so we'll try to raise above the grass. And now we'll bank right. We'll bank right. Hold on a second, guys. No. Let me check the map out. Where was Huntersville Airport on this map? That's not it. Let me see. I'm looking. I use my phone as a map. Let me just look at that for a second before we begin takeoff, because obviously we're going right. Hold on a second. So, never mind. We gotta bank left, guys. We gotta bank left, not right. We have to make a sharp left, not a sharp right, guys. So, as you can see, that's Charlotte Douglas Airport over there. You can't really see it, but it's there. We need to bank west, and then we can meet up with Interstate 77, which will take us into the heart of Charlotte. Alright, so now we need to find the interstate. Okay, so you are going to see a little bit of lag, but I hope that it's going to be better than... I don't want to hit that, because then the game will crash, and I'll have let you down again. But if you're watching this, you know I didn't let you down, because you're seeing this. And it's a little bit weird of a... So how far was this? It was quite a distance west that we have to travel. You see, there's the interstate right there. You see those, like, flashing lights? Those are cars passing by on Interstate 77, which will take us into the heart of Charlotte. But first, before we head into the heart of Charlotte, we need to head over there. Let's head into the cockpit quickly and check this out. So we're keeping it steady. We're not going into the red. If we go into the red, yeah, we will be overspeeding. The aircraft will get overstressed. We will have too much G-force. Okay, well, you don't get you get G-force from, like, if you, like, start descending roughly. You don't get G-forces from that kind of stuff. Well, I turned that down. If it worked on Florida, and believe me, Florida is a madhouse. Like, Florida is, like, so populated, and it causes a lot of lag. Like, I took off from Fort Lauderdale in this game one time, and, like, the game crashed. And if this took care of it, from, Fort Lauderdale, we're gonna be begging for it. Now, I would descend, but there's a radio tower there, so I don't really want to descend now. Alright, so I'm gonna lower the throttle. I'm gonna actually cut it for a short amount of time, and then once we get toward the, when we start, like, are aligned with the interstate, we're back out again at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Of course, that applies to the evening, to 5 p.m., to the 5 p.m., but it's also 5 a.m. somewhere. I'm recording this at, what, 4 p.m.? So, it's gotta be it's 5 o'clock in Bermuda, St. Martin. Wait, what was that? I thought, like, there was, like, text on my screen for a short amount of time. So, if you'll notice, there's Interstate 485 over there. But we're going to continue. We're not going to take Interstate 485. But we need to follow the map closely, because if we keep heading into the direction of Charlotte, which is basically south. So I'm trying to figure out, that doesn't look like 45. Nah, 45 is way farther down. I'm going to start banking right now. Yeah, so, it's 5 a.m. Well, it's a little after 5 a.m. In the game, obviously. I'm talking about the game. I told you it was 4 p.m. where I'm recording this at 4 p.m. But where's our clock? 54 degrees Fahrenheit in August. I thought we were going through something called global warming, not global cooling. Alright, well, we're in the air, yeah, so I thought that I was a little tricked there, that's not 45. 45 is, like, over there, as you can see over there, the heart of Charlotte. I turned the graphics setting down a touch so that the game doesn't crash, But now we're headed into Charlotte, so I'm gonna quickly, like, adjust the stick a little because I need to get water. Alright, so you've got water. Yeah, you see, I think that's Interstate 45 over there. Yeah, you see the heart of Charlotte's right there. We're not gonna head into the heart of Charlotte. We're gonna head really close to it, though. But we need to keep moving. Because those miles aren't gonna start ticking down. Because so far we have to head south to go west. Currently. And the time is ticking. Yeah, you see the 3-lane business is starting down there. Headed into Charlotte. Like, what is Charlotte famous for? Like, Charlotte's a name, obviously. I think we're a little high over the highway. High over the highway. Nice. Anyway, let's lower it down. We're like, what's the altimeter say? 1400. No way. 1400's, no way. We're sinking. We need to go down. Yep. I told you guys, that's Interstate 485. Alright, so we can't be tricked by this intersection, because this is a big intersection. Okay, well, we can't really get tricked because we're so high up. As you can tell, that's 485 because west and east. And 485 just continues, so we need to follow that. Just look at this. We have buildings appearing. What is that building over there? I just wonder what building that is. And if the airplane starts going, that's a sign that means overspeed, and then we just cut the throttle. It's pretty simple. Not many people in Charlotte. But seriously, what is that building? I seriously need to know what building that is. Ah, Siri! I hate when Siri gets activated. Ah. Alright, so this is Interstate, hold on a second, guys, because you don't want to get fooled through here. Yeah, because we passed by 45 earlier. So that's the heart of Charlotte to your left, but we're going to be headed away from Charlotte now, guys. So take one last look at Charlotte, because now we are going to head away, and you will be sad if you do not say hi to Charlotte. Alright, bye, Charlotte. Because now we are banking right. And we're headed into the suburbs. I don't get it. Where is Interstate 85? I think we lost the interstate. Oh, never mind. There it is. Wait. Pause game. What happened? I think we lost ourselves. We're lost, guys. We're lost. Hold on. I guess we're gonna get a nice scenic view of Charlotte now because I can't find it. Okay, well, at least we know that Interstate 85 is north of Charlotte Douglas, which is right in front of your face right now. So I know that in order to find 85, we need to stay north of Charlotte Douglas. So far, that direction is south, and that direction is north. And what time does it say we're gonna get to Charlotte? I mean, to Anderson. Kilo Alpha November Delta. Okay, that's where we're headed, though. Alright, so we found Interstate 85. Woohoo! So, I'm gonna say it again. If you look to your left, that is Charlotte Douglas International Airport. Kilo Charlie Lima Tango. That's the India Charlie Alpha Oscar. The ICAO. I think it's called the International... It's the International Civil... Okay, it's International Civil Airfield Organization or something like that. I'm not sure what it is. So we are leaving Charlotte. We did not find Interstate. Oh right, Interstate 45 is gonna come around over here. You guys will see it. We're gonna soon be crossing the Catawba River very shortly. Sorry, that's a lot to say. The Catawba. No offense to people who live in Charlotte for me pronouncing this wrong. The Catawba. Okay, the Catawba. I think we can be happy about that. If you look to your left, that is US 29. That's basically your access route to Charlotte Douglas, which we will not be landing in today. And you're probably thinking to yourself, you should have ended the episode and begun it over there. And, yeah, I know you guys are thinking that, but you know what? I'm trying to proportion this, and hold on, guys. I gotta start descending fiercely. I gotta get down, and we gotta make sure that the speed doesn't get too far into the. All right, I think we're good enough at this altitude. So 485 is gonna meet back up with 85 somewhere around here. So I think we gotta go a tiny bit longer. I think I see it over here. See that those flashing lights intersecting with these flashing lights? See those flashing lights right there? It's hard to point there because the aircraft is moving and banking and tilting. Never mind, I think we must have passed by Interstate 45. Never mind, we passed Interstate 45. Yeah, what happened is that we must have passed by Interstate 485. It wasn't marked because this is the Catawba River right here. So, this is the Catawba River, and then we're going to be entering, no, we're still in We're still in North Carolina, by the way, and we're going to be in North Carolina for a while, actually. We're not going to be entering South Carolina for at least another 20 miles. If not more than that. Okay, so this is Belmont, North Carolina. Pretty soon we'll be entering into McAdenville, North Carolina. I'm not going to keep track of every town along the way, so... So yeah, I'm gonna start getting really busy pretty soon. You know, school and all that. Now that's the thing about school. School takes up most of your life. But it's not gonna stop me from making YouTube videos. Because you will keep seeing regular YouTube videos. Unless, of course, I've got something to do. But if I've got something to do, more or less likely, I will probably... Like, for example, if I'm going on an unexpected trip or something like that, like, if I only get a week's notice, I will probably, I might, like, hold on a second. So, this is just another spur of the Catawba River, pretty much. And this means that we're in McAdenville, North Carolina, and the next time will be Lowell, North Carolina. This is just another spur of the Catawba. Okay, so I'm just gonna try to, like... I'm gonna try to cut some of the distance off. Like, if I can go straight instead of going left and then right. So as you can tell, this is our, like, what it thought it was going to be our flight plan. Alright, well. See, it's starting to get brighter. At least that's true. Sometimes it's just nice to just not talk for a while. Just take in the scenery and put words to a minimum. Like, for example, at this intersection, I can't really get away much with going straight. But as you can see, hold on a second, I have to seriously monitor this because I don't want to get lost. Getting lost is like a number one priority to not do. Basically, I don't want to accidentally hit that radio tower. You know how I am. Even though the radio tower is only like 500 feet, I'm still gonna get afraid of not hitting it. Like, for example, right here, I can cross. Also, about the no talking, I'm actually afraid of not talking because I'm afraid if I don't talk that you guys aren't gonna want to watch my videos. And seriously, I've turned down a lot of videos because no one talks in them. But I don't mean like they don't talk frequently. I mean, no talking. Like, I might watch the video, but I'm not gonna watch it through or anything crazy like that. I'm not the kind of person who just sits and watches people just do something with words. It's a little boring. And I bet half of you agree with me. And if you guys like, quiet videos, then obviously you're not watching this video, because you like quiet videos. And just people who take a flight. But I bet that half of my grade, like school grade, would not watch my videos if I did not have any talking in them. And the other half would watch them because they like to watch videos with no talking, going through beautiful FSX 2006 scenery. But this game is from 2006, and for 2006, it's pretty average. I mean, you saw American Long Haul from 2008, later than FSX 2006. I seriously do wish I would have gotten Siri activated. I hate when Siri gets activated. But I do wish that I would have gotten Prepare 3D, but when you're 13 years old, once you get a $100 game, you're not going to get another game. Well, I was lucky to get this game. I'm not getting Prepare 3D. Obviously, Prepare 3D would have been cheaper, but I could not find Prepare 3D. And I'm pretty sure this is more interesting. Okay, Prepare 3D is interesting, but for my laptop, I do not have the necessary tool to handle Prepare 3D. If I were to put Prepare 3D on this computer, forget about it. The game would crash all the time. All the time. And you guys would be like, why are there no videos of Prepare 3D? And I would be like, because, I'd wonder why that's the case. And I'm like, oh right, I know why. Because it always crashes. Alright, we're coming up to Gastonia, North Carolina. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but I'm not from North Carolina. Wait, is this Gastonia? Or is this Kings Mountain already? I'll see by the layout. Because there would be a road coming from the right, but it doesn't look like there's a road coming from the right. It looks exactly like Kings Mountain, where there's a road that meets from the left, and then there's also roads that meets from the right. The left road, the right road. But we're not taking the right road, because the right road would be US 74, which would take us toward Asheville. And we don't want to head toward Asheville, do we? We want to head toward Atlanta. And South Carolina. We don't want Asheville. So we're going to head this way. And welcome to Kings Mountain, North Carolina. Pretty soon, we're going to be in South Carolina. So please don't fret, because we will be in South Carolina shortly. So this is... I gotta remember to go into Virtual Cockpit every time I want to go into Virtual Cockpit. And I'm sure you guys would like Virtual Cockpit. I don't get it, it's getting colder. 53 degrees. But I'm going southwest. I don't understand this at all. I'm not changing the radio frequency. Oh shoot, we forgot. Speaking of radio frequencies, we forgot to contact departure. Never mind. Nearest airport list. Let's check out funny airplane names. No offense to people living here. Lincolnton, Lincoln Co-Region. Lincolnton, Lincoln County Regional. I bet that's just Lincolnton. Bethel Lake Wild. Northbrook International Ultraport. Ultraport. Port for ultralights. More funny airplane. County Squire. Interesting. Not funny, but interesting. Laney's. Interesting. Swaringen. Denver of the East. Wilson's Boomerang. Interesting. Mountain View, Chester Municipal, Klutz Hilltop, Bradford Field, that's where we left from. Hawks Knoll. These are some serious airfield names. Yep, we want to fly following. We were just flying next to some, like... Oh, we gotta acknowledge the quote code. Alright, so we took care of that. I'm trying to figure out where exactly the border should be. Okay, so this makes sense. The left turn with the exit going out. That makes sense. Because then it goes there, and you get it. Also, about American Long Haul, I'm gonna try to find mods for American Long Haul. I won't make a single video of American Long Haul until I find a mod that works. I will find a mod that works for American Long Haul, because half the mods don't work. I gotta find a trusted site to get American Long Haul mods from. A trusted site. And I will get mods, and once I get said mods, you will want to watch my American Long Haul videos. Okay, so this is the last exit before we're in Grover, North Carolina. Okay, so last exit in North Carolina. Up ahead, you see that? That means we're in South Carolina. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. We have to go to, like, here to get to South Carolina. I'm assuming that this is the South Carolina border. So we're gonna, like, celebrate once we get there. So I'm guessing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to South Carolina! Jeez, we're currently at 1,200 feet? No, we gotta lower that. So we're in South Carolina, guys. I just wish the sun would rise already. I'm sure it'll rise in, like, I'm not sure. A little bit. Probably when we land, it's gonna come up. I mean, you can already see the sky. It's already getting brighter. So we're coming up to Blacksburg, South Carolina. That's the first exit in South Carolina that we're passing now. Alright, so I think we can get away with going straight, so I'm gonna leave the joystick running. But I'm gonna straighten the aircraft up before doing that. So now I've got my hand off the joystick. Obviously, if we were in an emergency and we needed to grab onto the joystick, I would just do so, but... Okay, I'm a little confused about what's happening to this, to M85 right now, It looks like we're joining another intersection, but that can't be possible because there's no highways. There's not going to be a highway until Spartansburg, where Interstate 85 is going to meet up with 26. And pretty soon we're going to be crossing the what river? Let me find out what river this is, because, you know, we got to know what river it is before you fly over it. Maybe I can find out here. This is the... Shoot, they don't give a name to this river. They don't give names to half these rivers, but at least that river will kind of be like a marker that will, like, it'll mark where I am So I was thinking about bringing back American Truck Sim multiplayer, but I'm sure that's not going to work out because first of all, school's starting up, and okay, well, it's not about school starting up. I could care less about school starting up. But what I'm thinking is that I don't want to look like a fool. Like, I think we're done with American Truck Sim multiplayer. I might bring it back, but not for a few weeks. Not for a few weeks. Maybe in a few weeks we'll bring back multiplayer. But I think for now we should work on getting our single player levels up. At least to level 10. We should get up to level 10. But I'm not waiting for level 10 to do American Truck Sim multiplayer. I just don't want to do American Truck Sim multiplayer at the moment. Monday, I'm probably gonna do some... Monday's my last recording before I gotta go back to school. So I'll be talking about, like, what I plan to do and what's gonna happen and why a lot of my episodes are gonna start coming out in the middle of the night. And it's gonna be because I got school and I don't have time to start downloading these videos then, so I'm gonna have to download them. So I have to download them after school, and first of all, I have to record them after school. So, first of all, you get homework in school, so I gotta do homework, and that's gonna be a lot, and then I gotta record videos every other day. That's an hour and a half. So that's like 3 hours of my day wasted already. Then I only get like a couple hours to like relax, and then I gotta go bed, and then I gotta go back to school the next day. But at least the next day, I don't have to record a video. I can do homework and then relax. Because there's a lot of variables in this. There are days where I won't record. There are days where I'll record in the morning. There'll be days where I record in the afternoon. Sometimes I might want to record an episode in the morning. At like 5:30. I'm not sure. Like before school. So that I can download the video during school. And then in the midday, if some of you guys don't have school, you guys will have an episode midday. No, I don't know how many people that watch these videos are adults, but whatever. Yes, so when school starts, everything's going to change. Everything will change. I gotta see what road this is. Alright, I can't really tell. Seems to me that we're coming up on Gaffney, South Carolina, but I'm not exactly sure. We obviously need to follow the traffic down below us. And we need to do a time check. We don't need to, but I'd like to do one. And it's still not time for sunrise yet. But don't worry, I promise that there should be a sunrise by the end of this episode. And if there isn't, don't fret, because next episode you've got something to look forward to. A nice sunrise as we fly into Atlanta by early morning. Alright, we can stay straight, so I will line up the aircraft, and I will leave it be. We'll fly over some homes now. But seriously, school is going to change everything. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna handle the recording in school. It's gonna be a tough transition. I'll be begging for the weekends because I'll get I'll get a weekend. I can record anytime that day, unless I'm doing stuff, but I can still record anytime that day. Meanwhile, when I have school, I can only record between, I can't start recording any later than like 5:45. I can't start, if I don't get up before 5:30 in the morning, I can't record in the morning. Because I gotta catch a bus at, okay, well that might change to because my bus might be coming later this year, so the bus might be coming 10 minutes later, so I might be able to do an episode of 5:45 if I get a chance, but if I don't get up earlier than then, there's no chance that an episode will be on YouTube during mid-morning. I'm sorry, but if I don't get up, your episode will be there late at night because the video will be uploading during the evening, and if not, it might have to upload at night. I'll be sleeping during that upload, and like, I enjoy when I only get to do that like every once in a while, like when I record later than normal, but I don't do that often. When school starts, I'm gonna have to do that so often you have no idea. School is going to change everything. Greer, probably short for Greensboro. Nah, it's not Greensboro, it's actually Greenville. So that's what we're looking at for, Greenville. This is Greenville. When they say Greer, it sounds like cleared approach, and that makes no sense at all. And speaking of cleared, I think we're cleared to check out some funnier State Line Ultraport. State Line. No offense to people who live near the state line. Crooked Fence Farm. I'm flying into Crooked Fence Farm this weekend. You're flying into a crooked fence? It's crooked enough. Do you want it to get more crooked? It's an airport name. Oh, I don't care. Crooked Fence. Fox Haven Plantation. I'm gonna be flying into Fox Haven. Fox Haven? Are you kidding me? Wheatfield. Wheatfield. No offense to people who live near Wheatfield. Or Selfield. What, do people without co-pilots land in Selfield? Klutz Hilltop, interesting. Union Co-Shelton. O'Neill Field. Shaquille O'Neal. Okay, that's not how you spell O'Neal, but that's not how you spell Shaquille O'Neal. Triple tree. Triple tree. Triple tree. Say that 10 times fast. Hartness. Southern Aerosports. Cox. International Ultraport. Greenville. Downtown. Alright, I think we're good. I think we've got enough humor in there. Now I need to figure out where we are. We're not in Spartansburg yet, but we're gaining on Spartansburg. Look at that. It's just a long line of trucks. Like truck, 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 truck. And I bet there's loads of trucks back there too. And we're about to pass all them trucks. Oh, never mind, because there's a car there. If it weren't for the car, maybe. But truck, truck, flatbed truck. And most of them trucks are like European cabos. They're not the American... They're not the American long-nosed trucks. Alright, well. And it's a completely different experience in the very early morning because you're flying and when you're seeing something like really green, like in the day, you could see that what that is, it's green. But at night, you can't see that it's green. It seems black to you. Everything is nearly black and white. Unless you're in a cabin, and unless you're in a cockpit and you're flying this distance. Sheesh, it's nearly 6 a.m. game time, and we still haven't, like, we haven't experienced a ray of sunshine. Alright, well. Yeah, I'm controlling with my weak arm. It seems like I have a weak arm and a weak hand. Like, my left is my weak arm. Like, my left arm is... I have a left strong arm, but I have a right... Well, I do have a right strong arm, but I have a right strong hand and a left strong arm. I don't understand that. Well, I'm guessing that's normal. And if it is normal, I seem so stupid right now, but whatever. Let's see. So pretty much right now, I'm pausing the game. You can see that there is a road that goes that way and a road that goes that way. And you're probably thinking, which road are you going to take? And we could take any one of them. And I've decided we are going to take that road. The left road is going to be the alternate route, and it's going to go by the college, the University of South Carolina. Okay, well, if you were to take that one, you would go by the university too, but this one's closer to the university. We'll pass by and it's the University of South Carolina, College of the Arts and Sciences. But obviously we don't get to that until oh, I said left, not right. I thought I said left. But instead, I went right, and now we're turning back to go right. To go left. I'm seriously getting it mixed up over here. It's like mix-up day. I hate right seat because you can't see any of the gauges on this side. Your airspeed gauge, your angle gauge, your altimeter, your compass. Well, that's not your compass. That's your, I don't know what that's called. I'll figure it out. Vertical speed gauge. I'll figure this out. It's your, your VOR. Vector, basically. I think that's what it is, right? So, I'll show you. They're not going to actually show you the University of South Carolina, but I can tell you approximately where it is. This is Interstate 585 we're coming up on right now, and, 585, if you were to go here, and then you get off, like about here or something like that, that would be the University of South Carolina. I'll show you a view. Like, I'll change views now, and I'll show you what I mean. If I go into right wing... No, wrong wing. Left wing. So you can tell that would be the University of South Carolina, but... We gotta keep flying. We'll never get to Anderson at this rate. So currently we're going by the outskirts of Spartanburg. Which is basically what the signs for 85 will say to go near. Until you get to Spartanburg, obviously. Then, I don't know what it says. It probably says Atlanta. I mean, come on, Atlanta. It's a very big city. It's also the capital of Georgia. Seems to be an airport over there. You know, you see the Pappy lights. So this is Interstate 26, where we meet up in Fair Forest and Arcadia. This is Arcadia. When we cross, it'll be Fair Forest. when we crossed the Interstate 26. Interstate 26 would head toward Asheville, and it would also head toward Columbia if you were to go, like, I'll show you an example. Like, for example, if you went this way, it would take you toward Columbia. That way goes toward Asheville. This is one wacky, like, junction. Just look. You can't even see the on-ramps. You should normally be able to see the on-ramps. It looks like the cars are floating above the interstate. It's just weird. But then when you go over it, it doesn't look weird at all. It looks actually less than weird. Then you see trucks just, like, intersecting weird, and you see, like, cars in 2 lanes on off-ramps, and it just looks a little weird. But that is, like, that's, like, questioning me. Like, what is that? Alright, well, we gotta hold it in this. Like, my right arm isn't very good at this. Like, pretty much my left arm is better at that job than my right arm. But my right arm's better at, like, writing and grabbing hold of stuff and all that. Yeah, because I actually heard about this. Like, you can be left and right-handed in different places. Anyway, we gotta continue flying, guys. We don't want to crash mid-flight. Westward, South Carolina, currently we're in. But here's the thing about cross-country flight. Like, I bet you remember the first episode when we flew out of, Danbury Airport and landed in Newark. That was the first leg. Now we're on, like, I think it's the 7th leg we're on, and yeah, we're now all the way in South Carolina. We're probably like 1,000 or 2 miles from our starting position. We're probably like 2,000 miles, I'm telling you. Okay, maybe not 2,000 miles. Maybe like 1,000. But we're 1,000 miles from where I live, and we started and we kept flying. So much time needs to be... So much time needs to be committed into doing this stuff. You need to, like... You need to have enough time in your life to be able to do this, and this is gonna be like a 50 or 60 episode series. I'm telling you. If we continue at this rate. 50 or 60 episodes. And you're probably thinking, that's nothing, but you have no idea how much time I am spending sitting in front of this computer, watching this plane just continue flying into darkness. Okay, well, most of the time you'd be flying in the day, but of course, people gotta get up and fly early in the morning. Okay, so currently we're passing near Greenville-Spartanburg International Airport. Kilo Golf Sierra Papa is the International Civil Aerospace Organization, whatever, I don't know. But actually, it's pretty far away. The Pappy lights are so far. It looks very close, but it's actually not. I mean, come on, admit it. We have, like, barely gone through this tiny bit of non-civilization. Like, this tiny bit of rural land that we're going past. And it looks like farmland. I wonder if you were to take like a flight across, I don't know, Connecticut, where I live, if you would be able to spot it very well. And never mind, guys, because I see the Greenville Spartansburg International Airport runways. Is that it, or is that just another airport? Because there's no way in the... Because there's no way in the name of anyone that can be it. When we've got flashing pappy lights over here. We'll go straight over some more land. You know, we've already been recording for like an hour already. A little less than that. When are we gonna get to Anderson? Let me zoom out the GPS. Yes, see, there it is. 1 o'clock? At 100? I can't see it from here. Maybe I can go to, I don't have that in sight. Of course. ATC will always... The pilots don't have any control. The ATC. I don't have... Yeah, 335, the Boeing that we were, like, near was going. 335, that's, like, that way, so it's gonna probably go away from us. But it had to turn left, so it's coming from this way. But I seriously have no sight of it. It probably took off from Greenville. It obviously did. We're a little high above the highway, so we're gonna have to eventually go down. Yeah, we're like nearly 2,000 feet up, we're 1,800. We have to descend. So, I'm gonna do something drastic. Cut the throttle, descend harshly. Beware, passengers, we're sinking. Nah, just kidding. We're not sinking. We just want to descend a little, and we didn't want the aircraft to get overstressed in the process. Because the biggest mistake you can make when you're like trying to descend harshly is... Never mind, that was Greenville Spartansburg. This is, that's Greenville Downtown Airport over there. That's Greenville Downtown. Because this is Interstate, 385 that we're coming up on right now. Because we're currently in Greenville, South Carolina. As we continue toward Atlanta. Because from Atlanta, we're gonna embark west. All the way west. All the way to, like, Los Angeles. Because we're gonna land in South El Monte. All the way in California. And you have no idea how long it's gonna... How many episodes that alone is gonna take. And then we'll probably have, like, a few episodes. That's probably gonna take, like... Well, it took us only it's only taking 8 episodes to get down to Atlanta. So to go across the country, it's probably only going to take like 12 episodes. So 12 more episodes, so 13 more episodes till we get to California. And... So this is Interstate 85 intersecting with Interstate 385, which is pretty much, it's not the belt route. It can't be because it's not an even number, but because it doesn't start, because it's not 285. If it was 285, it would be a belt route, but it's not. So that's Donaldson Center Airport, that over there. Over here, we're going to be intersecting with 185. I don't know where, but once we get to Interstate 185, we'll be able to take it from there, and no more major cities after this. This is the last major city before Atlanta. So please take in all the sights now, because once we leave Greenville, no more, there'll be no more, cities until Atlanta, and Atlanta is gonna be a big deal. Yeah, this is just the VOR. Vector, I think it stands for, but I'm not sure. 6 a.m. game time, so let's check out the GPS now. About 14 minutes. Pretty close. We're only 26 nautical miles. We could probably get the it on the airport list by now. But let's check out cool names. Crooked Fence is still there. Spartansburg downtown. Lawrence. Anderson Regional, see? Just need to make sure to click on it at the right time. Tude to Anderson traffic. Select a runway for landing. So we set it for 320 something, right? So we should set for runway 5. Yeah, we'll be landing. Alright, so I think it's time to start turning away from Interstate 85 and start headed toward Kilo Alpha November Delta. So we need to head about 230 to about there for now. We'll see if we can do... Yeah, I think that's good enough for now. We'll head in this direction for a while, and we'll put a little more throttle into it because we want to get there. So you can see the sky starting to lighten up a little bit. You can see that's Interstate 85 trying to make up for lost time. Actually, that's not Interstate. It actually is, but whatever. We need to keep moving. So we don't really need a map anymore. We can shut that off. We've gained too much altitude, but I think that let's turn a little bit. All right. Let me see now. Desired track is 227. No, desired track is 246. But that's this direction. We don't want to head that direction. That's desired track. But to get there, to get there, we need to head 227. No wonder. Yeah, as you can see, the sky is starting to brighten up a little bit. What direction are we headed? Where's east? East is behind us. So we're headed away from the sunrise right now. if we were going to right wing, we'd be able to see, but it's only starting to get brighter. It's not like... So now we're going to be crossing over here. We won't see Hartwell Lake, or whatever that was called. I don't need this at the moment, so I can put that away. And pretty much now, it's just continue straight until Anderson. This episode went by fast. I can't believe how fast this episode went. Like, it seems like only like half an hour is gone, but over an hour has gone. It's just amazing sometimes how it works out. We'll be entering Georgia next episode. That'll be fun. But I'm probably not going to release the next episode of Cross Country Flight until school begins. And I don't know when I'm going to do another episode. Like, I think that this 5 or 6 episodes a month is good. I'm not sure if we'll keep... And estimated time before the end of this series, I'm saying April or May before the series is over. And no, I'm not kidding you. This series is going to take a long time to... Siri got activated again. What good? Let's grab more water. Okay, so let's continue. Let's see what's going on. So this is the cockpit. We need to be headed at 228. Currently we have like gone to 219, which is not cool at all. Even though this creates a little lag. Alright, well, we can head 229. 230 is even good. That's Interstate 85, continuing. But how long before we get to the airport and land? But it seems like I'm not really in a rush to end the episode today. Normally I'm like, oh, I want to end this episode so badly. But today, I don't really want to end the episode. Like, I want to end the episode when it's done. Which is pretty soon if you think about it. Because you see here, it says our estimated time, I don't know what that means, ETE. ETA means estimated time arrival, but ETE, estimated time of estimate? Estimated time of entry, maybe. I'm not sure. Estimated time of arrival. Oh, that's probably why. Estimated time evaluated has something to do with something else. Yeah, this is estimated time arrival. I think this is estimated time eventually or something like that, because this is the time left. But estimated time arrival, see 619 LC. I'm not sure what LC means, but probably means local clock. I got it. It means local clock. And we haven't switched time zones yet. Believe me, when we start switching time zones, it's going to be big. But we won't be switching time zones for a while. Alright, we've, like, gone too far. We gotta, like, we gotta bank a tiny bit to the left. Select controls, no. Alright, let's stop. Okay, so I think this is good now. I'll leave it as it is for now. We'll let go of the joystick. And just enjoy it. I can at least sit back and enjoy, and I won't talk for a while. It seemed like an ingenious idea. Travel the country. And I'm sure if you guys live in the UK, or if you live in a different country, that you're like complaining that you don't get this opportunity, and you have to travel to get this opportunity. But don't worry. I've seen a blog where, I think I saw like a blog where, not a blog, but I looked at this like, a website where you get, where you ask people opinions, and I saw this one entry that, that some couple from Holland made. A Holland couple from the Netherlands, obviously. We call them Holland. It was like where you get people's opinions, and they were asking because they flew into New York so that they could drive all the way across the country. They flew from the Netherlands. They flew already, because that blog, the entry that I read was like 7 years old. And yeah, those entries are only 7 years old and I think it's for a very good reason, because nowadays you don't need to get recommendations from people. Nowadays you can just you can go onto Google and be like, "Hey Google." That's for Samsung phones. You can say, "Hey Google." You can be like, "Hey Google." Or you could be like, "Hey Siri." Okay, that didn't activate my phone, which is good. You could be like that, and that's for Apple phones. No, wait. Okay Google is not for Samsung devices. Google phones actually have something called... No, Microsoft. Microsoft has something called Cortana, or Cortana, whatever you call it. Obviously, I don't... Okay, now guys, we are approaching the airfield. We are currently 9 nautical miles away, so I am going to now take that off, and I'm going to put down some flaps. Full flaps. I see our destination in the mirror. I can't believe IC got Siri activated. That makes no sense at all. Alright, well, we seriously need to make some sort of U-turn, because we need runway 35 because the winds. Well, we can figure out the winds from the there's gotta be some sort of wind gauge on this thing, right? There's a wind gauge, right? IFR panel. I gotta pause. Oh shoot. We've just altered the view of this thing. Okay, I made it better. Landing panel. We need to know the winds. We need to somehow figure the winds. I don't get it. At all. Well, now that we've put the flaps down, now we've just increased the time by a minute. We're 7 nautical miles away, so we're good on time. Sunrise should take place next episode. I'm gonna enter left downwind. That basically means I'm inbound. Crosswind means that I'm coming in. And I'm no expert YouTuber or anything. Just a normal, average YouTuber. Okay, I'm not average. Well, I'm just an average YouTuber with a laptop. What I'm surprised is that my laptop can handle American Truck Sim, but it can't handle FSX, OMC, I'm looking up at my shelf of games. London Underground, City Skylines. Pretty sure it's because they have more graphics in it, and You've seen how cheesy the graphics are when I play American Truck Sim. American Long Haul does not have much graphics. It's a 2008 game, also developed by SCS. And you can basically comparing American Long Haul and American Truck Sim. And you might have been sitting here thinking, American Truck Sim and American Long Haul sound like the same thing. And American Truck Sim and American Long Haul, you've probably gotten confused when I'm talking about both games. American Long Haul, American Truck Sim. They're basically the same games, except American Long Haul, American Truck Sim. They basically have two different words and the same word, American. Long Haul. And American's actually, not the right term. And is this the, airfield here? That's it, alright. But where are we landing? Oh, we're landing... Oh, no, we're landing this way. So we have to make left downwind. Not left downwind, left base. I think we're landing on that thin runway. But we'll start on a downwind leg and we'll, it's not really downwind anyway. Wait, is that it? Is that it? That's not the runway that we're talking about. I can tell that this is it. Because it doesn't look like it's pointing toward there. It looks like the camera is pointing toward here. Which makes sense. We'll come in full thrust, and at the very last minute, we're going to, okay, well, we gotta announce our downwind leg. Okay, well, I'm gonna do a tight pattern here. Okay, well, it can't be considered a tight pattern because of the, I'm cutting the throttle, and we're descending harshly, guys. Beware! Please hold on to your hat while I, descend harshly. Now I'm gonna pull the yoke up harshly. There it is. There's our runway that we need to land on. I'm gonna try to do a tight, turn. I'm gonna have to do a tight base. Like, I'm gonna... Alright, we're on base. There it is, that's the runway. Okay, I think it's time to start lowering the throttle now. And, it's time to focus on landing. Because, you know how much I suck at landing in this, well, I suck at landing in the 747, which is a jetliner. Yeah, so I'm gonna fly tight base, and I'm gonna announce final. To land. I have to say to land. Alright, well, I'm lowering the throttle as we go, like, little by little. Okay. I'm not cutting it out. I'm not cutting throttle, actually. Here we are. We're coming into the airfield. Alright, I'm cutting throttle now. I'm gonna try to land as best as I can. I'm gonna try to land in the virtual cockpit. And I don't want to land too harshly. Oh no. Are we on the ground? We're on the ground. safe landings. Landing lights can go off, strobe lights can go off, taxi lights and beacon can stay on. I'm just gonna taxi to parking. Maybe that was the wrong way. Actually, that was the wrong way, guys. I don't know where to park, guys. Hold on a second, guys. Let me see. That's the inside. I'm not sure, but I'm crossing this runway. I need to go to parking, and I need to put the flaps up. Yeah, it looks like this is where you're supposed to park. Here, in front of the municipal building. Okay, I don't know municipal or not, but... we'll park here. We'll park at the fuel box. Nah, fuel box, that's not legit. We gotta park somewhere better. We could park at the fuel box. Doesn't mean I'm gonna be able to get any fuel, but... we'll park in the hangar. We'll park by the hangar. And we have to park... well, we can't park backwards, so... what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to put the brakes on, and we're gonna have to make a full U-turn and pull into a parking space. Let me see, is there a... oh well. I guess we're just gonna have to park it as best as we can. See? You can see? Hold on, I'll show you. That's too far out, I'm sure. Yep, that's way too far out. I can't even see the line where we're supposed to be. This is where how you're supposed to see. There, so now I'm gonna turn off the engines. We won't turn off, we'll only turn off the avionics and half of the master switches. That's off. Beacons are off. Taxi is off. Nav is off. Flaps are up. Throttle's out. Panel lights are off. And I'm trying to like turn the engine off. Alright. The clock is going to be on. Anyway, you can see that it's starting to get brighter there. Anyway, unfortunately, that's the end of this episode. I'll give you a nice view from here. Unfortunately, that is the end of this episode. So, I'm going to need to leave now. I can unplug the joystick now, pretty much, because we don't need it. And I'm gonna... okay, well, that seems to be all for this episode. In the next episode, we're gonna fly into Atlanta. So look forward to that. We'll be flying into Atlanta next episode, and you know, everything else, Monday, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do an episode of. Most likely, I'm gonna probably do an episode of... you know what I might do an episode of? I might do an episode of, Pure FSX. I'm not gonna do an episode of, I won't do an episode of cross-country flight. I'll just do an episode of... I'll just do an episode of, like, FSX, so... I'll do a flight. I won't, like, continue this flight. But anyway, that's pretty much all, so... the engines are off. Everything's off. This is just gonna be a quick break and we'll be done anyway, so that's good. So let's record the time. It is 6:27:26. We'll type that in. 6:27:26. 55 degrees is pretty cold. But now that we know what time it is, we can turn off the master switches. And listen to it turn off. Sure, if I go out of the view and then... Alright, well, whatever. Let's put the parking brake on. Where's the parking brake? We gotta go into engine, I think, which we can't really go into, so let's quit off. Anyway, guys, goodbye, and I'll see you tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Monday, for another episode of FSX.